Hi there, you are listening to the Guitar Speak podcast. My name is Matt Wakeling, and this is the show I produce in Sydney, Australia, where I speak to leading guitarists and guitar figures from all around the world. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode. Now today I am speaking with John Five, incredible solo guitarist, also probably very well known for his work with Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie, KD Lang, so many sessions, Salt and Pepper, Rod Stewart, David Lee Roth, I could go on and on. But the conversation today is around John's latest album, Invasion, killer record melding John's high energy rock, his country influences, his love of electronica, and crazy guitar stunts. It's a great record just released, well worth checking out, and it was a lot of fun to talk about that. John's also on the road with his band in support of the album, touring all over the place, including Australia in April 2020. So check out the show links for all that information. All right, let's jump straight into the conversation.
Hello?
Hi, is that John?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Hi there, good thanks. It's Matt Wakeling from the Guitar Speak podcast. Thank you for your time today.
Absolutely.
Hey, we are very excited down here in Australia because you've got an Australian tour coming up in April 2020, and also there's a new album that comes out. I'm not sure how our time zones work out, but it's either today or tomorrow on the day that we speak.
Yeah, I'm super excited to get over there, and, I'm just super excited. Everybody's really pumped, and it's going to be a wonderful tour.
Fantastic. We'll talk about the tour. Can we talk about the album that's just been released, Invasion? That's a great record. I got to have a listen to it in full yesterday, and was blown away by another fantastic record. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I worked really hard on it. And, it's just a very special record. We made some really great videos for it, and we play everything just like how the record is. And I think that's important. So when you see the show, if you know the music really well, that's how it's going to, come off, because you're going to see the show and it sounds just like the record. And I try to do that to make it really nice that way.
That's awesome, because there's a lot of really cool ear candy on the record. In fact, when I heard it, it's a familiar idea of yours. I guess you seem to love mixing really straight ahead big rock stuff with modern production and electronica.
Yeah, it's just, it's like all these, there's so many DJs out, like EDM music and things like that. And that's instrumental. Why not do it with how I'm doing it and just add crazy guitar solos? And it really works well. It really does work well. And it's a new kind of modern thing, and people really seem to be loving it, thank God.
Yeah, oh man, it's very exciting. The guitar sits in that stuff so well. Even something like, I don't know, Cactus Flower, which is such a sweet, clean-toned country kind of thing. You've got this sort of soundscape underneath it, a contemporary kind of soundscape thing, with this beautiful guitar floating on top. It just seems like a really great mix.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I did a lot of that behind the nut of the guitar because I love the lap steel so much. I love the pedal steel, and just wanted to create that sound on a guitar, and that's where I got that idea.
Are you doing something similar on Howdy?
No, Howdy is just all bluegrass finger picking.
Okay.
And that one is my favorite one to play live. That one's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So all those sort of those pedal-ish kind of licks, they're all just left hand on the fingerboard.
Yeah, it's crazy nonstop. Like, if you have an itch on your nose or something like that, there's no way you're going to itch that itch because you're doing so much.
Oh, that's great. That's so cool. There's some really cool bass stuff on the record too. Who's the bass player?
Ian Ross. Yeah, I wanted to make it as crazy as possible, but still very complementary to each other. And I just wanted to make it a very intense record, but still very musical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. There's some great guitar and bass unison lines, and Ian's doing some great slap parts and features on the record. That's really fun.
Absolutely.
Are you doing some slap guitar yourself on Zoinks?
I'm doing a lot of slap on the whole record. I'm doing it on Zoinks. Then I'm doing it on I Am John 5 in the breakdown. And then also I like the funk. So it's a lot of slapping all over Invasion.
When did you get into that style?
I don't know, a few years back. I really like it. And I just think it's such a fun, cool, rhythmic thing. It's just something different, and it sounds really good. So, but it does take a lot of practice just to get it so super tight with everybody. But I love it so much. It's a lot of fun.
You are known for your guitar collection. I don't know if this is correct, so maybe you can set the record straight. Is it true that one of your aims is to have a Telecaster from every year of production?
That is correct. Up until about 1983. Yeah, so it's a lot.
That's cool. And are you missing any years? Or?
No, I pretty much have them all now.
Yeah, nice. What did you use for the record?
I mainly used my gold John 5 Telecaster, but then I also used I had this 1953 Telecaster, so I used a couple vintage ones as well, and because I love those vintage tellies and they sound so good, so I used it for like Howdy and Cactus Flower and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like Howdy, it's you could have just slapped it on the back pickup and had that big mid-rangey bark, but it feels like a lot of it's on the neck pickup. Is that true?
That is true. It's just a little bit not so abrasive.
Yeah.
You know, I like it on the neck pickup. It's just nice. It's not so abrasive. It's not so bitey, and it worked out really well.
Yeah, it's a cool tone. The album's title track, Invasion, has a great cinematic feel to it. Is that, I know that's something you've done on other records too, in different kind of ways. Is film scoring or television scoring something you're interested in?
I think it's just I always loved intros on records, and you'll hear that wind in the beginning. It's like eerie wind, but that's not wind. It's me taking a Floyd Rose all the way down and just lightly letting up on it. So it's like, so it really sounds like wind. It's really cool.
That is way cool.
And yeah, I just always loved cool intros to records, like, just preparing yourself for the journey you're about to take.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then it runs straight into I Am John 5, which is a cool statement about you with that electro kind of thing, the vocoder. And just wailing electric guitar. That's fun.
Yeah, that's that talk box, and then doing the kill switch for the rhythmic riff, and going for it.
You seem to be able to pull a lot of crazy sounds just from the instrument itself before it even reaches your pedal board, the signal.
Because I always sit around watching TV playing guitar, and, I'll hit it a certain way, or I'll pling it a certain way, or something will happen, like a happy accident. And if it sounds cool enough, I'll try to incorporate it in a song, because there's so much that the guitar can do. Talking
about your signal reaching your pedal board, for the album, what did you end up using for amps and effects?
Very, very simple. I just use stock Marshall 900s. I use, what else do I use? I just use a certain couple of pedals. I use a Boss Super Overdrive, Boss Noise Suppressor, just very simple stuff, not a lot. Because I want to keep it very simple.
That's a pretty classic recipe.
Yeah, because if something goes wrong on the road, I want to be able to walk into any music store and just pick anything off the shelf.
What will you bring down under in terms of your rig?
I'll probably rent just regular Marshalls, and I just have a clean tone, a dirty tone, and bring my pedal board. It's very elementary. It's very simple. I have a noise suppressor, a super overdrive, a delay that I use for this song called Hell Ha on Season of the Witch. And then, it's very simple. There's not really much to it. I know it's not really exciting, but I like to do everything with my hands.
Well, that's the exciting part. That's the cool part.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better. I could go and play a show with just a little practice amp, and I could do it, and that's what I think is important.
I think I heard you on Jude Gold's podcast, and I think you were just rocking through a little practice amp, and that sounded incredible. So,
yeah, that's what I try to tell kids. Like, you don't need a Marshall stack. You just need to practice, and you'll be fine. You don't need to spend a lot of money on a guitar or an amp or anything. It doesn't make you any better. It just makes you louder.
Yeah. Very true. Yeah, it's amazing how much your pedals sound better the more you practice. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
What guitars will you bring on tour?
That's a great question. I think I'm going to bring the gold guitar, my main one, of course, I travel everywhere with. I'm going to bring the little gold mandolin, because I do this little song called Constant Sorrow on Invasion. And then I will probably bring the light-up guitar. So, stuff like that. It's going to be
cool.
Wonderful. It's going to be a fun show.
So you said when you do the show, it's really important for you to recreate the sounds. How are you doing that, especially with, I guess, the electronic side of things?
Well, everything, if you really break it down, like I Am John 5 or something like that, like I'm doing that rhythmic on-off thing, that ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. So I'm just doing that with a guitar and a kill switch and a distortion pedal. And, all the slap stuff is me and all the crazy sounds. It's just like I Want It All.
Yeah.
Like I Want It All. It sounds like all these crazy sounds. They're just all done with stock guitar. So that's what will be fun to see. That's why people enjoy it, because they're like, oh, well, there you go. That's really cool to see it like that. It sounds like they're like weird effects, but it's just being done with, hitting the guitar a certain way or things like that. So
yeah, that will be amazing to see and hear. Excellent. Well, John, thank you so much for your time. It's been really fun to meet you. I've loved you playing for a long time, and was excited to hear the record and that you're heading to Australia, and wish you all the best for the tour and the success of the album.
Thank you very, very much. It was great talking to you, and I just cannot wait to get there. I appreciate it.
All right, there you go. John 5. What a cool conversation. And the new album Invasion is brilliant. Check it out and look out for a show coming to a town near you sometime soon. All right, you've been listening to the Guitar Speak podcast. My name's Matt Wakeling. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you next time. Bye now.